Shalom. Call Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Brakak. This is Kwame Yukal with the 11th Hour Ministers of the New Covenant back again. And today we're going to go into the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 19. And it reads, "They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have no doubt continued with us. But they went out that they might be manifest that they were not all of us." Okay, and this is in response to Remnant Say 144. All right, also known as Yahawah of GMS. Okay, going into just, different videos, man. Matter of fact, it wasn't just Yahawah. It was a couple other guys. You know how, these dudes be. If one of them get on you, hey, they like sentinels, man. They just gonna send 1,000, and the purpose of it, is to slander the new covenant as it pertains to this video. Okay, because for those who do know, that dude Dorasha, man, he not he not with us, man. But see, these guys in GMS and these other camps, man, what they do is, since they can't penetrate the doctrine, what they do is they try to find these stragglers and guys like Awar and Anaya, and all the guys that ended up going with them to try and throw dirt on the ministry of the new covenant. They never could sit down and break down, the doctrine as to why it's wrong. They got to find like little things like this. They find men who went out from us, as the scripture said, and once their wickedness and their folly is manifested, they turn around and try to use witchcraft and deceit to blame the ministry, because it was already known years ago. Spiritual life lessons, every single one of them guys did not want to take heed. All right. When me, my brother Shalamah, Akawar, okay, brother Maccabees, who else? Even Bishop Melchizedek. And when we rebuked them guys for going off, we split because they didn't want to take heed. They didn't want to listen. Them niggas wanted to get drunk, smoke weed, all right, and justify the wicked. Every last one of them. All right. And you seen video after video when them guys ended up coming to their senses for the moment, and they would apologize. They made public apologies to us over here at the 11th hour, saying them guys was off. Now, did anybody say anything about that? Hell no. What'd they do? Once them other guys split from spiritual life lessons and they started waxing worse and worse because they followed not in the doctrine, they picked them guys apart and then used that to try and blame the entire ministry.
This guy, Darash, Awar, damn, I can't remember the other dude name. It doesn't matter anyway. Them niggas, all them new covenant guys are bugged out. And we told you that new covenant shit will bug you out. You still got Jake that gonna pop up on the comment board. We on the new covenant. What does this mean? What does this mean? This big middle finger that I got stuck up that you can't see. You're nobodies. We're not gonna talk to you. We're not gonna answer you. You're gonna come on the comment board trying to raise a contention. When you hear us mention this new covenant stuff, because we did all the videos on it and you still didn't get it. So that means the Lord is not with you. See? And you're unimportant. All the life lessons, spiritual life lessons through.
Okay. And that is just what it is. And so now they trying to use things like Darasha getting locked up for, doing what he did. That ain't got nothing to do with the new covenant. The Lord gave him the boot. This is the same God that cursed us, cursed me by name, saying that the Lord was going to take us out. And look what happened to him, you see? But what did they do? Flip that to try and make it seem like that happened to him because he was cursing GMS. No, he cursed us first. All them guys, every single last one of them guys that was over there at Spiritual Life Lessons, the Lord gave them the boot. So this is why we have to put this video out there. It ain't about trying to run his name through the mud. You know, even when them guys went off, we still pray that the Lord would have corrected it. All right. They could still come back if they got right, if they repented, man. But now, when you go off and you don't want to listen to sound counsel and sound doctrine, all right, from men in the spirit, this is what happens to you. But it ain't because this has anything to do with the new covenant. Okay. 1 John 2:19, they went out from us because, Salakia, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, if they was truly part of this new covenant, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out for what purpose? That they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. You know, so they try to sweep guys like us up under the rug like we don't exist, but put all their attention on these knuckleheads, man. All right. We was there at the Passover. Me, Shalimah, Maccabees, Akawar. You see that they went one way, we went another. We were not there getting drunk, going to the strip club with them knuckleheads. Okay. When we got on them about it, what they do? Turned around and started trying to make slander videos, doing the same thing that they learned from y'all, learned from GMS, man. All right. And you see what the Lord did to them. We still here. We've been pushing nonstop. Week in, week out. All them guys, one way, shape, or form, ain't even out there no more. Are they gonna address that? No. The reason why the guys like Darashia is getting put out there like that is because they was going off and they brought blame to the ministry. Even when it came to that Sakari debate, that was the first day. That was the first time I ever seen that dude. Damn near like he a plant, and it could still be the case. All right. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where they pulled that guy from. It wasn't even supposed to be like that. It was just supposed to be me and the brother Akawar from Philly. So when he went up there speaking their foolishness, all them niggas was drunk. All right. It made the ministry look bad, but it had nothing to do with the new covenant. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 3, it says, giving none offense in anything. All right. For what purpose? That the ministry be not blamed. And that's exactly what them guys did, man. All of them guys. All right. Start calling on them false names. Teaching the congregation it's all right to defile your temple. You see, that ain't had nothing to do with us, man. We was on point, rebuking them. And now you hearing over here, that's being twisted to mean, you know, we was going off because we were rebuking men. Or we bugged out because we trying to rebuke these guys because they not in the spirit. They was crept in unawares. So this is what happened. This is the type of men that we dealing with. All right. And I just want to pull this real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 3, go to that word blamed.
Strong's G 3469, Mo'almai. Mo'almai.
And it means what? To discredit, to find fault, to mock at. All right. So look, hey, be not deceived, man. Yahawah is not mocked. That's why he up there like that. All right. He cursed us, said the Lord was going to kill us, man.
I get this right quick. All right, because this is what you're witnessing right now, man. Now, it's Ezekiel 20 and 38, and it says, and I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me. This has already started within, like I said, within the ministry of the new covenant. There have been men that have been found out, okay, that ain't right. They ain't moving in the spirit. They moving in the spirit of One West. They ain't moving in the spirit of Yahawashi. And the Lord sifted them out. All right, who do you think is up next? The actual One West camps, man. All right, he had to deal with them. He had to deal with these guys, and these guys know who I'm talking about, man. All right, all these dudes who ain't moving right, Quam, y'all, that's besides the point. But he had to separate y'all first before he could get to the to the real deal, man.
All right, all them guys took them that false oath, sided up with one another against us, and the Lord ended up destroying their whole council, and we still pushing. And then the root word mamos, which means what? To blemish, to blot, to disgrace. Yeah, so they brought a disgrace to the ministry and an insult. Through who? The wicked. These niggas coming against a new covenant. They able to insult it because of their buffoonery, man. And it says, 2 Corinthians 6:3, one more time, giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed. Blamed by who? The enemies of the new covenant. It says, verse 4, but in all things approving ourselves, who? Ourselves, as the ministers of God. Okay, that's the ministration of the new covenant. Not them guys. It says, in much patience in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, etc., man. All these things, man. False witnesses, slanderers trying to slander the entire ministry of the new covenant because of one knucklehead nigga's foolery. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 13. So this ain't nothing new. This was happening when Peter and Paul was around. And it says, and these men shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Okay. See, getting drunk, going to the strip club, smoking weed, everything that we rebuke these guys for. And it says, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are. What? Spots they are in blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. And that's all them guys was. They was putting blemish on the church, man. Was Paul and them going off? No. Was Peter and them going off? No. It was these guys that was coming in acting like they was part of the new covenant and the ministers thereof. But what? They was going off. Ain't nothing new. Okay? And so what the Pharisees would do is the same thing these niggas do. They be like, see, man, Timotheus and Hymenaeus, man, them guys over there talking about they in the new covenant. All right. And Yahawashi is the son of God. They the sons of God, but they over there, they getting drunk. So the Pharisees was doing the same thing, spinning their narratives, man, to try and keep people away from the way of truth. But did that mean that Paul and them was going off? No. They was doing the exact thing that they were supposed to be doing. Verse 14, it says, having eyes full of adultery, and they cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. Yeah. Wanted to damn get the spotlight, man. This is not what this new covenant is about. Getting the spotlight in the super chats. All right. It's about glorifying Yahawashi. Okay. We ain't give a damn about none of that. We just went out there because what? We wanted to be able to present the new covenant in a respectable fashion. These niggas is the ones that got drunk. All right. And then try to use that to overthrow the counsel and the knowledge that the Lord has provided us, man. Acting like Awar and Anaya was the ones that was pushing the doctrine of the new covenant. All right. When you already heard one of them guys who was with Spiritual Life, let's just say Awar and Anaya got that from listening to us.
But at the same time, they took that and they flipped it and changed it and pushed it. But they didn't come up with that. Even the new covenant. These brothers, they weren't speaking about the new covenant. They was listening to other brothers' videos. Kwam Yakar, Aqua War. These brothers was listening to their videos. And then asked brothers who came out was speaking it, asked to calm down and form this thing which you call the new covenant. So there was already brothers speaking about it, but y'all made it to be as y'all was the first ones to bring it out, and that's false.
All right. It says verse 15, which have forsaken the right way. What did they do? Forsaken the right way and are gone astray, following the ways of Balaam, the son of Bosor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. All right, so these men went their own way. They were not of us, man. That's like saying, what if we went and found damn marijuana? All right, what if we went and found marijuana? Started blaming that on GMS. But see, that don't count. And if for those who know who marijuana is, you know what I mean.
That's next fucking Tony. Yep. And I hope you get lunges shoved up your ass, man. Right. Just get beaten to fucking smithereens, man. That's next fucking Tony. Yep. And I hope you get lunges shoved up your ass, man.
He hopes I get plungers shoved up my ass because I asked him to prove that Mashiach is King David. Can you believe it?
That means he really wants you to turn gay.
What does that guy? What? Listen, what does plungers being shoved up somebody's ass got to do with proof Mashiach King David?
Straight up. That's next fucking Tony. And I hope you get lunges shoved up your ass, man. Just get beaten to fucking smithereens.
But once again, though, and this just goes into the point that this nigga was a homosexual the whole time. Like, what? You got to be some kind of deviant to even think about putting a plunger up anybody's ass, bro. But this is the nigga that they used to have in their camp, and they used to call General.
But is we gonna do that now? Because that ain't got nothing to do with them. But what if we start putting up pictures of marijuana and start saying, see, this is the result of being with GMS? We'd be more justified in doing that than saying something about Darasha. Because he wasn't with us, man. We was never part of that. He came amongst us. He slipped in through the cracks, man. We had to kick him out. He wasn't no damn general amongst us. All right. And this had to be said. This had to be done. Because this is what the enemy does, man. They try to find blame, okay, and try to connect it to the entire ministry. That ain't got nothing to do with the new covenant at all. And anybody that ministers through it. Okay? This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 3. It says, to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahawah than sacrifice. So men ain't judging just judgment. Okay? That's off. And because of that, look, man, if the Lord ain't pleased with it, Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries. What? Injuries. Okay? Men are injurious persons. So they'll say something and try to twist the narrative to make it seem like, you know, you wicked. No, they ain't got nothing to do with us, man. It says, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So because of that, hey, man, you could lose your spot. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 4, because being ministers of his kingdom, you have not judged aright. You have what? Not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of God. All right. What's going to happen? Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 5. It says, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. You know, wicked judges. Darasha ain't got nothing to do with us, man. This is Sirach chapter 26 and 5. It says, there be three things that my heart feareth, and the fourth I was so afraid. The slander of a city. Who? The slander of a city? The gathering together of an unruly multitude and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. So that's what men will do. All three of them things at once. You see?
with a hoagie sandwich, you know, calling on a gram called Kamari. Y'all called on a gram of Kamari, man. Whatever the hell that was, man. Gnostic gods. The new covenant gets worse every day. Okay, if that's the new covenant where you niggas nipples are leaking cancerous juice, you stop teaching, nigga vandalizing churches, I'll stay in hell.
So we see right through that, man. We already know what it is, man. Y'all trying to find anything y'all can. It ain't gonna work, man. The Lord ain't finna justify that. This is Exodus chapter 23:6. It says, thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked. What will you not do, Lord? I will not justify the wicked. You see that? So you trying to put, you trying to slay the innocent, man. Okay, especially those in the new covenant. You trying to slay the innocent because of this knucklehead. All them dudes are spiritual life lessons, man. So we'll just leave it there, man. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem Kakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.